Okay, hello class. Today I'm going to be covering some of your homework assignment. And so 5-3 is just initial letters. So what you're doing on 5-3 is you're writing double character letters. And so remember, you've got S-A-T-O-D-E-K-I. Remember your new I is now E-U, okay? And then we've got F-I-B-A-D-O-M-A-O-B-A-O-L-A-O. So you're just putting different letter combinations. And remember, your D is a TK, your B is a PW, L is HR, F is TP, M is PH, okay? And let me just bring it to your attention, you all, real quickly. When you are clearing, when you're going on to the next row or the next column or the next sentence, usually when you're breaking up your homework assignment, just kind of write a PF at the same time. Like down here, PF, okay? Just write a PF. But if you make a mistake, you're going to write it PF, PF 3 times, just so the lab assistants know that you made a mistake, and then you're going to start over at that part, okay? So PF once is just to break up the, I guess you could break up the sections within your assignment, and then the PF 3 times is that you've made a mistake. And so remember, your new TK is is the letter D. So the word dog, TKOG, okay? That's your new letter D. Make your flashcards very helpful. Your new B is PW. So the word Bob is going to be B, which is a PWOB. Your new L is going to be HR. So let me go with you is going to be HRET. Okay, very important that you memorize these. Your new F, as in the word fat, is going to be TPAT. So TP is your new F, AT all together, it gives you fat. Your new M is PH, so the word mob is going to be MOB. PH is our new MOB, okay? So very important that you all make your flashcards, that you all memorize those initial letters. Very, very, very important. I can't stress how important that is. And then so we have on 5-4, you're just going to incorporate writing these words, and you're going to use the new letters, okay, that you've now learned. So they're going to use the letter D, the letter B, initial side, the initial L, the initial F, the initial M, and you're going to write them, the words, using your new letters. Remember, you're going to write one stroke, and they all go across, okay? One stroke words, unless you have an inflected ending, which something adds or ends in an S, it's going to be final S. If it ends in an ING, it's going to be final G. If it ends in an ED, it's going to be final D, okay? So today we really don't have much to cover as far as new lessons. So what I'm going to do is just kind of go over some of your speed building, something we've already learned, and just keep going over these lessons. Also, it was brought to my attention that some of the lessons are fast. Some of the words, it's like the 5-letter stroke words are fast. So I'm going to try and go a little bit slower because I really want to focus on you all getting it accurately. And then the lab, you all, it'll be a little bit faster, okay? So on that, it'll be faster. I will go a little slower, but we really want to push you because the more we push you, the faster you get out of school. I promise. You just have to keep listening to us over and over, to those labs and lectures, and making sure you're getting it perfectly down and that you're not hesitating. So listen to it over and over. If you're all done with your homework assignments, keep going back throughout the book and make sure that you emphasize everything, that you are not hesitating, and that you're listening and writing down the words, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the initial side of the keyboard with the initial letters, okay? Very, very important. You really can't write anything unless you have the initial side down and the final side. So this is just basics, okay? So make sure your machines are hooked up. I'm not going to go too fast. I want to make sure that I don't scare you all, but in lab you will have it a little bit faster, okay? Make sure you listen to the lecture before you do your homework assignments. Very, very important. And because I explained the homework assignment, don't just start doing the homework assignment by the homework sheet. Listen to my lecture, how I explain it, and then listen to the video with the homework instructions. So I'm showing you how to complete each homework assignment with the machine on, okay? It makes your life easier and it makes our lives easier, and especially the lab assistants when they're grading it. This is very crucial. It's the beginning of your studies and very important to get everything down perfectly, okay? I'm not worried about speed, I'm worried about perfection, okay? And most of you are doing very well, so kudos to you all. You all are doing excellent. So let's start with the initial side of the keyboard. That's the left side. And I'm going to start with the initial letters, okay? Always start off with the warm-up with the initial letters. It's very helpful. I'm going to expand myself now. Okay, here we go, you all. So I would just have the left hand on the machine and put the right one on your lap, okay? Find a focal point and really focus. I just want you all to get these basics down. It should be a lot easier now, the initial side, final side of the keyboard, okay? Here we go. W, S, T, O, A, H, P, K, R, S, O, A, T, H, W, R, O, A, R, W, K, S, T, O, K, A, P, O, W, A, H, O, S, T, P, H, A, O, S, K, W, R, A, O, P, H, T, S, A, H, R, P, W, T, K, O, S, R, O, R, A, H, A, W, S, T, A, S, T, O, K, W, A, K, W, O, P, A, O, T, O, A, S, T, P, H, S, K, W, R, A, O, H, P, T, S, S, T, S, K, P, W, H, R, H, P, T, S, R, W, K, S, S, T, P, H, S, K, W, R, H, P, T, S, R, W, K, S. And remember, don't pound, just lightly tap. And remember, you really have to memorize this keyboard, okay? If you look at it, I think it's going to distract you. So just remember to try and do it by feel, the letters, okay? And this is the final side, so you're going to write with your right hand and put your left hand on your lap and just use your right hand. Final side. Here we go. And I'm sorry, I use this computer all day to dictate, and so this little icon keeps popping up, and that's just because it's, I guess, towards the end of the day. So I'm sorry. I'm just going to leave it there and try and ignore it, okay? But when I write, I'll delete it. Okay? Find a focal point. Here we go. B, L, G, F, R, T, P, E, T, U, S, F, G, T, E, R, U, B, T, T, S, L, G, E, P, B, U, F, R, S, E, U, S, E, T, R, E, F, E, F, U, R, P, E, B, U, G, E, T, F, G, U, S, R, U, T, G, T, U, P, E, F, L, E, G, U, R, S, L, G, T, E, S, U, B, R, T, S, E, U, L, E, G, U, P, E, F R U E F R P B L E F U R B G S E U F P L T U S G B R E F R P B L G T S R F B P G L S T L P F F P L T R B G S T L P F R B G S S G B. Okay, very important that you all get that down. Going on to lesson 3, words. Okay, lesson 3, and I'm on page 13, but it doesn't help to look at your books. So let's get some words in here, okay? If you can, if you have time, go ahead and put commas in between, like at, comma, cat, comma, only if you have time. If not, just focus on getting the words, okay? Here we go. Find a focal point. Set. Wet. Pet. Prep. Pep. Pup. Cup. Up. Hat. Up. Hat. Sat. Scat. Cat. At. Cup. Cur. Cuff. Keg. Cop. Cat. Cab. Cap. Car. Per. Pull. Pep. Pet. Pot, pod, pop, pat, pal, wet, war, hut, hug, hot, hog, hop, hat, rut, rug, rub, red, rod, rot, rob, rag, rat, wrap. So those are a little easy because it's only 3 letters. So I understand those might be a little easier. Maybe not. Maybe they're not easy yet. Just keep listening to these lectures as many times as you need to, okay? Now I'm going on to page 15 and some more words, okay? Find a focal point. I will try and go a little slower because these are 4, 5 letters strokes. So I understand. I'll go a little slower, okay? Top, shut, tub, shell, weld, sub, scrap, stop, shaft, skull, crept, spar, throb, theft, sped, start, staff, crept, sharp, sap, stud, hard, spar, sub, curd, pelt, stab, word, spot, strap, hurt, spat, card, shell, theft, okay? And so make sure that you all go back and read your notes and just read them out loud over here. Go to your, right here to the notes and read it out loud and make sure that you can read the words and that you're hopefully keeping up, okay? Now here are some words and they're group exercise words from 3-2. So it's gonna be 2-3 strokes, okay? Find a focal point, really focus and listen to this and practice it as many times as you need to. Sharp rod, soft shell, pop up, hard tug, red shed, red cart, wet rag, scrub up, shut up, start or stop, hard tug, red rug, stop war, prop up, red shed, wet spell, hard spot, sat up, held up, kept up, hard sell, red scar, chop up, And so we have going on to lesson 4. And so remember, you've got to come back with all those inflected ending words. So we've got robbing. I'm going to write rob, come back final G. Okay? Rob, come back final G. Pets, P-E-T, come back final S. Mandatory that you all come back with these endings. Spelling, spell, come back G. Very, very important that you write them in 2 strokes or it's wrong and your homework is going to have to be redone. Okay? Let's remember the period, FPLT, comma, RBGS, question mark, STPH. Okay, very important that you all know those. Don't forget the phrases, very, very important, or the briefs. Is initial S, T is initial T for the, can is K, with is W, R is R, A is A by itself. Okay? And then we've got, just keep going over everything, you all. Sentences include your punctuation. Today I'm going to dictate at a speed. So this is going to be 4-1. And I think it might be a little fast. Just a minute. I have it at 50 words a minute. I need it a little faster. Just a minute, you all. Okay. This is at 30 words a minute, okay? Find a focal point. Might be a little tough. Just remember to keep writing, okay? Here we go. 30 words a minute. Include your punctuation. I'm not going to dictate it. Find a focal point. Try and get as many sentences as you can. 30 words a minute. A cat sat. The cat is sad. The cat is wet. The cats are wet. A rag is wet. Is a rag wet? The wet rags are red. Cut the wet red rags. Cut up the rags. Spell the word. The word is spelled. Stop petting the cat. Okay, so if you didn't keep up, that's okay. Remember, it doesn't have to be a complete sentence. If I'm dictating, you just get in with the next word. Every word counts. So don't wait for a complete sentence and you're fallen behind and you're going to start with a cat, you know, whatever the next sentence is from the very beginning. Don't. Every word counts. So you just start in. If I'm in the middle of, let's say the cats are wet and you just got to hear are wet, write that down because it's going to count. Every word counts. Okay? So it's okay if it's too fast. Every word counts. Try and put in your punctuation so you know where a word was missed. Okay? Same sentences at 40 words per minute. Strive for accuracy. A cat sat. The cat is sad. The cat is wet. The cats are wet. A rag is wet. Is a rag wet. The wet rags are red. Cut the wet red rags. Cut up the rags. Spell the word. The word is spelled. Stop petting the cat. So what I'm going to do now is go at 50. Don't worry, it's all kind of a mind game. If we go fast, when we go back down to 30, it'll sound really, really slow. So that's why we do this, okay? So I'm going to go to 50. You keep up with what you can, and every word counts. You try and get every word that you can. Don't wait for a complete sentence. This is at 50 words per minute. A cat sat. The cat is sad. The cat is wet. The cats are wet. A rag is wet. Is a rag wet? The wet rags are red. Cut the wet red rags. Cut up the rags. Spell the word. The word is spelled. Stop petting the cat. Okay, and so now I'll go at 30 and see if it made any difference. Don't forget to include your punctuation, your commas, question marks in those sentences, okay? Train yourselves to do that now. You don't want to just write a bunch of words and not have any punctuation, because then it's hard for you to type it up. So I know what I'm telling you. Put your periods, commas, question marks in now. This is at 30 words per minute, 30 words per minute. A cat sat. The cat is sad. The cat is wet. The cats are wet. A rag is wet. Is a rag wet? The wet rags are red. Cut the wet red rags. Cut up the rags. Spell the word. The word is spelled. Stop petting the cat. Okay, and so that should have sounded a little slower. And so what I'm going to do now is go on to 4-2. And real quickly, you all, let me just emphasize that initial T, you all, real quickly, initial T is just the T by itself, okay? So initial T is going to be the, always the. Initial S is going to be is by itself. So don't confuse those. T for the, S for is. Remember, they're on the initial side, okay? So the T by itself is the S by itself is. So make your flashcards. That will be very, very helpful. And you all will notice that the, part of it is writing it, practicing it on the machine, but another part is memorization on your own. So if you have your flashcards, I think that will help you out tremendously, okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over some of these sentences, and I'll just read them all at 30 words a minute. Don't forget, include your question marks, your phrases. Remember, is the is ST, with the WT. Very important that you write these in one stroke, okay? You want to learn them now. Is the, with the, are the. Make sure you write those all in one phrase, okay? Here we go. I'm going to dictate 4-2 at 30 words a minute. Find the focal points. And include your periods, question marks, commas, everything. Here we go, you all. Don't look at your books because it won't help you. You really just have to focus on listening and writing it down. And just go over this as many times as you need to this weekend. Another thing is, remember, every Sunday at 6 a.m. Blackboard will open with the new homework assignment. Weeks 1 and 2 were the same weeks. This next week is going to be open Sunday at 6 a.m. Week 3, you get a new homework sheet. The whole process starts all over again, okay? Here we go. For those of you that work, it's nice to know. Find a focal point, look at the ground, look at the wall, wherever you need to, and this is at 30 words a minute. Is the rag wet? Are the rags wet? The tar is hot. The tar is red hot. Is the tar hot? The cups are red. Are the cups red? The rug is soft. Is the rug soft? A rat is with the cat. Is the cat with a rat? Pull the tab. Is the tab pulled? The tab is pulled. Start the car. The red car is starting. Is the car stopping? Are the cars stopping? Can the car stop? The car can stop. The cats are curled up. The cats are purring. Is the pet a cat, a cub, or a rat? Okay, sorry. Can the car stop? The cats are curled up. The cats are purring. Is the pet a cat, a cub, or a rat? Are the pets cats, cubs, or rats? Are the cuffs short? The cuffs are short. Is the skull hard? War is hard. Can the war stop? The war stopped. And so remember, you all, include the punctuation, because when you type up a test to be graded, if you don't have your punctuation in there, it's going to be wrong. We can't offer it. So you've got to put we don't check your notes to see if it's in your notes. No, we just check the English portion that you're going to turn in. So put your commas in, because it'll be wrong if not. So I would memorize the sentences on 20. Just look at where the commas are. Look at where the question marks are. If you don't put a question mark at the end of a question, it's wrong. So really, really important. Also make sure that your phrasing, that was probably a little tough, is the, are the, with the, okay? Include your question marks. Keep listening to this over, and try and get as much as you can from each dictation. Also listen to your lab and look at my homework instructions so that I tell you how to complete your homework. I think that'll help you all visually looking at the homework. And then just take your time, complete extras. That way, if you get one wrong, you'll actually be able to hopefully not have to redo a section. Remember, you only have to redo a section if you miss if you miss 11 errors or more, okay? So take your time, do it correctly. It's the beginning, and you really want to start off well. And it makes a big difference just to learn your theory, learn it well, and just make it easier for your transition in school and passing and getting out of here quickly, okay? Like I said, it is a wonderful job, and it pays very well. The training is tough, but you all can do it. Just do your homework, turn it in. Don't get far behind, because I can't stress how important it is to keep up, or your one day that you miss, you can't keep up. And remember, your homework assignments are now due daily. You have homework due Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday also. The Thursday homework is usually due for Monday. Okay, so you have the whole weekend to do that homework, and it is a lot of homework, especially when you have that weekend. It seems like it's a little bit more, but just keep practicing to me, to the lab, to the homework assignment, listen to it. And remember, you don't turn in any of these notes where you're just listening to me, or you're listening to lab or the homework instructions. All you do is turn in your homework assignment with the notes that you took down, because the notes are graded, okay? Listen to the 30 word per minute as much as you can, and just redundantly go over it, and over it, okay? That's how you're gonna get your speed. Don't get discouraged, everybody's doing well. You all have turned in excellent homework. Just do your homework on time and don't get far behind. That's the main thing I can stress right now. And don't forget, is the S by itself The is the initial T by itself. Okay? That's it, you all. Have a wonderful day and keep on practicing. Let me know if you have any questions.